Well, I think since the final game ended, the season was over, we've done exit interviews. I've done exit interviews with all the players, with the coach, with most of the off-ice staff that we have, our equipment and trainers and stuff, but I haven't talked to the trainer yet. But we've been doing that, and we've been thinking a lot and reflecting on the season. It wasn't a good season at all, and very disappointing. And so we're taking our time and we're reflecting on that. And we're able to do some things now that we haven't been able to do in the past. In the past 5 out of the last 6 years, we had gone to the finals in every league and every playoff series, and we played till almost the end of May. And so now we get a little bit of more time, unfortunately, but we put it to good use. We're able to do more scouting this year because of the fact we're not in the playoffs, and I think that's a positive. So we're taking our time and doing it wisely, spending it wisely. Um, and then we're doing some things organization wise that for the last 6 years we haven't been able to do because we've just rolled from one season into the next with no break, and so we're able to do that. So it's disappointing not to be playing, but we're using the time very good.
As far as the differences in between the leagues, obviously, when you're from the UHL to the IHL to the CHL, now to the ECHL, there are nuances and different aspects of each league going in, especially when it comes to the recruitment of players. What do you take away from last season, that first year in the ECHL, that's going to make you better in terms of building this roster and getting things uh, back to a playoff type franchise?
Well, I think what we need to do first overall is we've got to rebuild the core of the group, and I think that core takes anywhere from 8 to 11 guys. And that core group will be guys that, barring injury, will be here the majority of the time. And then we add young talent, and then we add some affiliated players. What we will do this summer differently than last summer will be a lot more aggressive in recruiting. I thought we did a pretty good job last year, but it wasn't good enough. We'll have to be more aggressive in recruiting, and we're going to have to make decisions on players that have been here for a few years. And we'll have to make the right decision on people to bring in to replace those guys if they're not going to be here. Everything is still so way up in the air on everything that it's hard to just point it out. But team wise, we'll be looking for, I think, bigger players and players that are bigger, more physical, and that can skate and play in their own end. The scouting trips that I've been on, the teams are bigger than our team, and we saw that during the course of the year. So we got to get bigger, including some speed with the size. We've got to get more aggressive in the type of players that we recruit, and we definitely have to solidify our defense compared to last year, and we've got to get some bona fide goal scorers.
Al said I think his contract is runs through next month, if I'm correct on that. Obviously, one of the first things you guys want to do is shore up the head coaching position and make a decision there. Where are you at in that process, and then what is the timeline in the next couple of weeks for that position?
Um, I would say the timeline's probably middle of May. We're getting close. Like I said, we're taking our time. We're thinking about it. We're evaluating everything that was done right, everything that wasn't done right, and we wanna make the right choice here because what we're doing at the end of the day, Glenn, is we're going to retool this hockey club, and we've got to make sure that we have the right people in place to do this, and that's why we're taking our time. Like I said, we're going to have to rebuild the core of the club and the secondary players, the young players. We've got to get a better recruiting class of rookies this year than what we had last year, and we got to get bigger and we got to get faster and more physical.
With the coaching position, I imagine you're getting a lot of interest from a lot of parties. The Komets have a great reputation as far as being one of the premier franchises in all of minor league hockey. So how I don't want to say difficult a decision is it, but is it kind of good to have options and see that there's a lot of interest in the position?
No, I think it's always good to have options, but Al Sims has done a great job for us over the years. In his time in Fort Wayne, we've won more championships than any. So we're strongly looking at Al, considering him. And there has been a lot of emails and phone calls from coaches that are looking to get a start, or they want to come to an organization that they know will, commit to winning and be committed all year and do what they have to do it. Uh, it's a good thing to have, more people that are interested, quality people, than if you're going out there at the end of August still without a coach. So no, this job is it's a good job. I think it can be used as a stepping stone, and I think the league we're in now, the ECHL, makes the coaching job with us even more important and valuable.
With Colin retiring as a player, I know he's looking to get into the coaching ranks at some point. What's his situation with you? And I know his name might come up as an assistant coach or maybe a head coach down the road.
I think Colin's at that point now that he's retiring. I know he wants to coach, and we'd be interested in having him here. I don't think we can really do anything with Colin until we decide who the head coach is going to be. I've talked to Colin 2 or 3 times since the season ended, and he's being patient. And I told him we'll have an answer by the middle of May at the latest. That'll be the very latest.
And just real quick with Al, what would it be that what would be the deciding factor in him not coming back? Would it be perhaps him not wanting to come back? Would it be just an overwhelming outside candidate that's extremely qualified?
Yeah, it could be any one of those. Like I said, Al's done a great job for us, and he's very much in the picture to remain as our head coach. And I just think we've just give us a couple more weeks, and we'll make that final decision, and then everybody will know, because we want to get the recruiting process going by the middle of May also, and so we've got to have our coaching situation all taken care of.
Perfect.